Hey party people, welcome back to another episode of Sunless Sea. This is Chris of the California Kings, also known as Idaho Jack on Steam. Click on the okay, there we go. So, there we go. Okay, so there's been an update to the game once more, and I love how they're updating the game more frequently. I did manage to get all my updates downloaded, quite properly this time, and imported and all that jazz, so I am prepared for whatever the game is about to throw at me. First thing I noticed is I clicked on London and I saw Carouse and Wolfstack docks. This will reduce your terror, you might run into trouble or romance. I have a free evening, which is something new. Unlocked when a child in London is... I don't have anything there. I got 10 Echo, and I've got someone back home. Okay, so this is the first thing that I want to go and do. I'm gonna get more crew first. I need 30 Echo? Okay. The way that my crew keeps dying off, I want to make sure I have plenty of people here. Okay. Okay. So, let us see what happens when we carouse in Wolfstack docks. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, okay. Nothing happened. Sea shanties find food in the warmth of a pub fire. Now, of recent news, I've lost a free evening. I've lost 30 Echo. Oh, that was 10. Oh, shit. Well, oh well. Oh, trouble and romance. That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with someone whose name you do not afterwards recall, or the dapper chap. He's my lover boy. It's not such a coincidence, he protests. I had to meet a ship from home. Another one. His eyes meet yours. But it's good to see you. Shared warmth, new memories. It's harder to say goodbye this time. I have something new. And I've lost 10 terror. Excellent! Something new. Something new. Show me something new. What is something new? Something new. I do not have a free evening anymore. Oh, can I go to the Admiralty's office? Do I have anything to... no. No, I don't. I don't have anything. Shops. What am I going to do today? Oh, yes. Alan Rickman here. Talking to Mr. Potter about that which has been done. Blah, blah, blah. Where am I going? Come on, guys. People watching this. Okay, 20 fuel. This is going to get me out amongst the sea. This is where I'm going to go today. Down here, and then I'm going to pick up some more guys from Godfall and make my way back. So what I shall do, I don't like to make many cuts and or edits in my videos because I like to show the game as it happens so that you can see, like, yeah, you'll be floating along like this, and then the next thing you know, your surgeon dies, or a mutiny rises up, and then you're fucked. Oh, see? Look! Look! This is... Woohoo! Okay. Return to London as soon as you may. You are a father. Choose this option if you sired the child. A surprise for you on your next return to London. I have taken in a foundling. Choose this option if you are unlikely to be either a father or a mother. When I next return to London, I will bring an additional recruit, your child. Choose this option if you are giving birth to a child. Alright, seeing as how I am a male in a relationship with a male, the dapper chap, I am unlikely to be either a father or mother, so therefore, my sweetheart has taken on a foundling. I mean, this is also Fallen London where dead people roam, so probably not unlikely that my dapper chap fellow has given birth, but from a strictly realistic biological Scooby-Doo, I will go with this option. What were they thinking? Is this some scheme of theirs or honest affection? You have a child. Return to London to look after them, and they may become a scion, allowing you to take 2 legacies. Okay. Okay. I'm going with honest affection because I like to have that, oh dear. Oh yes, Burning Blue, straightforward challenge. This has happened before. Gained 1 fragment. Succeeded in a hearts challenge. See, and that is... I love that I was actually talking about that occurrence, and it happened right then as I was talking about it. Happy birthday to me. Okay. But I am going to make a jump cut here. When I return, I will be somewhere south. I'll be somewhere in this area here, below the Utter Shroom, heading down this way. I wonder if I can actually, if that is open yet. I wonder if that is open yet. This is going to be our destination because I have heard that there is a port down here below the Fathom King's Hold, and that is what I am out to go and investigate. So I will be back in 3, 2, 1, and go! Alright, so maybe going here first was a little bit too much of a temptation for me. Let's see if there's anything here, you know. I understood that there was an update involving Adam's Way, so I just want to see. I'm looking. Explore by heart. Okay, this port will be available soon. Hippity-dappity-darpity-doop. Hippity-skippity-doop-barpity-doo. I want to say, because it looks like there was going to be a port down here, but no longer. So, alright. Alright, so we're back. I lost a little terror, I gained a little terror, I lost some fuel, I gained some fuel, I blew up a ship. You know, nothing big. But you're scary, go away. You are scary, go away from me, lad. I have a child now back home in London and I have to be a good dad, so go away. I have to survive. Fuck off. See, this is what I don't like. I pay attention to the scale. Like, that is way bigger than that. If I saw that in real life, that would be terror. Terror. Alright, coastline, give me something. Z-Bat, show me the way. Show me the way. Varkas is a long way to the southeast. Mark on the map. There. Just like it was promised to me. A buttery bloom of light on the southern horizon. You approach Varkas, the mirrored city. I like. Ooh. Oh fuck! It's the little things in this game. Shit, I'm running low on supplies. I gotta remember. How many sailors do you have? Enough to eat the whole goddamn ship down to half. Sweet. 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 Yes. Looks like a gate. Ooh. Alright, be kind to Daddy. The burning white light of Varkas is a tangle of green vines and luminescent fungal flowers, slow blooming around moldering stone. A quincunx of carved step towers rise over the walls and pour burning white light into the bleak sky. A rough shadowed path leads from the docks to the mirrored gates of Varkas. 2 towering carved stone lamps throw their light onto the angled mirrors, and a blue-cloaked guard stands in the reflected pool of light. The city is a beacon against the tree-hushed, sprawling darkness of the Elder Continent. In the far distance, a vast mountain glimmers. Choke on the smell. It is overpowering sweet. It comes from the fungus growing wild all over the city's stones. The Zailers wave at you. They are sitting on some upturned crates on the docks, playing a game with mirrored chips and stylized snakes made of bone. Ask the guard a few questions. Never a bad idea to gather a little intelligence before heading into unknown waters, or cities, as the case may be. Tell the guard you wish to enter. Well, what else are gates are for if not to go through? Ooh, we might be looking at an interesting time. No shops. Oh man, that's so cool. Alright, start with the smell. The flowers have white, waxy leaves, which leave powdery traces on your fingers. The light coming from the city has the same camphorous quality. And the smell, perfume worn too many days on the body, unread books left to turn to ink-stained pulp, a garden drowned and rotting in still water. Sailors. You're not thinking of going in there. The sailors gawk at you in unconcealed horror. Gawk at you in. unconcealed horror. They take turns telling you gruesome stories of Varkas, which they no doubt invented whole cloth. Some are convinced that the Varkasi render sailors into tallow to light their city. Others say they steal shadows and light them to their masters. All of them are convinced that they blind any strangers who dare to gaze too long upon the city's secrets. We are just waiting to be paid, and then we're off, one of the sailors says, nervously fingering a mirror chip. I've only got one eye left, and I'd like to keep it. Ask the guard a few questions. The blue-cloaked guard only acknowledges your existence when you step out of the darkness of the path and into the light from the lamps. Okay. Up close, the guard's blue cloak is threadbare and mossy along the hem. A pattern of embroidered suns runs along the collar, but the gold thread is dull. The kohl around her eyes is smudged. Well, Thomas, she asks, are you going to ask your questions, or are you going to just stand there? Her tone is brusque, and her expression is curiously eager. You do not think Varkas receives many visitors. Your name is not Thomas. You correct her politely. The guard looks scandalized and tries to stop her ears. All those who are not Varkasi are Thomas. You have been touched by darkness, and it has taken your name. She fixes you with an admonishing look, and adds, it is very ill-mannered to pretend you still have one. You begin to see a little why Varkas is not often visited. It looks like you will have to get used to being called Thomas if you wish to enter. Like Thomas? Ask about the light. We must always walk in Mihir's light, so we burn our lamps night and day to banish darkness from the mirrored city, she tells you proudly. If we let darkness corrupt us, we would not be Varkasi any longer, but Thomas, like you. You wonder, is that so terrible a fate? Her mocking laugh answers you before her words do. Yes, it would be terrible indeed, Thomas, and before you ask, she adds, no, I do not have any desire to leave Varkas. The rest of Neath has fallen from Mihir's gaze, and I have no wish to join them. Does she like her job? Does anyone? It is a great honor to guard the mirrored gates, she snaps defensively. She gestures to the edge of the pool of light, illuminating her post. It is very dangerous. Even a small stumble and I could fall into the dark. Her voice goes thready. I would be banished from Mihir's grace. I would lose my name. That is why they only send the bravest outside the walls. Ask about the city's customs. Don't touch the mirrors. Don't even look into the mirrors, she says, her voice hard, and try very hard not to dream. Were you expecting something along the lines of don't murder anyone or only wear red on special occasions? Still, you nod and smile. You have no more questions. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to manual save because I don't know what's going to happen. Tell the god you wish to enter. Our ways are not yours, Thomas. Remember that and walk in the light of Mihir. You now have one of this, the mirrored city. Okay, your eyes are blinded by the brilliance of the light. Oops, pause, hang on. Hi, I'm back. I am so sorry. I had a pumpkin pie in the oven, and I just realized that because I could smell it. And if you can smell a pumpkin pie being cooked, that means you need to go check on it, and it's a good thing I did. Back to the game. Your eyes are blinded by the brilliance of the light. The verdant rot smell is even thicker. The heat of so much flame and reflected light presses oppressively against your skin. Your head pounds. It is a few minutes before your eyes adjust and you can look around. Brass lamps and gilded sconces hang from every wall, and phosphorescent fungus grows moss-like upon doorways and ceilings. Cunningly arranged mirrors catch every droplet of light and diffuse it till each cobblestone and rampart of the city is drenched and blazing and utterly without shadow. Who do you speak to? Okay. So I'm gonna be able to get one of these guys, but I think I can talk to both of these. Let's talk to the firekeeper first. Dressed all in saffron, a pair of thick fireproof gloves dangle from a silver chain at her waist. I'm too important to play God to you, Thomas, she tells you before you even open your mouth. I'm the keeper of the Western Principal Mirror. She points up at the enormous multifaceted mirror set atop each of the city's 5 towers. I'm only here because I'm looking for my idiot brother. He's probably busy pouring wine down some pretty dark-eyed boy's throat in a tavern. Is it a matter of great urgency, you wonder? He's late for his lamp checks in the sacred district, is her terse reply, as she hurries away. If the Anahotri found out, he'd be lucky to end up as a lake dredger. You now have one of this, the tardy lamplighter. So someone I should be looking for. The jeweled, turbaned youth. Is that a furtive wink or a flirtatious one? Only one way to find out. He looks utterly overjoyed to make your acquaintance, the bangles on his wrist flashing as he presses his hands together in greeting. My friends and I would be honored if you would attend a small gathering with us, Thomas. We're so eager to hear about the world outside Varkas' city walls. It seems an innocuous enough invitation, but then why does his gaze dart around so anxiously as he tells you how to find his mansion in the Eastern District? I have an invitation. Okay. White Cloaked Guard or the Fungus Carter? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get both. Carnelian? Fungal blooms? The Fungus Carter. She stops every few minutes to cough surreptitiously into her oh man, I can't talk this morning, I apologize. Into her dyed cotton scarf and eyes you warily when you approach. I have to take this load all the way to the sacred district, and the priests don't like it if I am late. You inquire politely about her cough, and she looks suddenly terrified. Mihir, look down on me, she mumbles. Please don't say anything. I have a family to feed. With that, she grabs the handles of the cart and pulls away at a run. Within moments, you have lost. Well, hey, guys! Hey, guys! Feel better. You know I love you. This one needs a little editing. You have lost sight of her in the crowded pathways. What an odd woman. You've gained one terror. The waves are flecked with light. Oh. You will find a story when you next make port. Oh, so I can maybe... The first tower bell has sounded. Okay. Okay, can I maybe? Okay, yeah, so continue your explorations. The mirrored city gleams invitingly. You'll get used to the smell in time. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, so... You need the knells of the towers 5. So I'm not going to get to see all of these the first time. Might as well do the Mansion of the Jeweled Turbaned Youth. Well, he did invite you after all. You're not entirely sure what you were expecting from the Jeweled Turbaned Youth's invitation. Perhaps a candlelit dinner and a genteel seduction. Excuse me. It turns out to be an evening of card games and chilled wine with his rather eclectic collection of friends. But as the wine is drunk and the cards are played, the gathering takes on a certain political tone. A raggedly dressed artisan begins complaining of the Agnihotri's trade restrictions. A novice priest points out contradictions in Mihir's mantras. A stonecarver questions whether his daughter should have to follow in the same profession. Will you, the jeweled turbaned youth stares at you, licking his lips, will you tell us a story? I will tell them of myself. You wet your throat with tart wine, and fix your eyes on a carved lentil and begin your own somewhat convoluted tale. At the end, they look slightly dissatisfied, slightly relieved. We were hoping, the jeweled turbaned youth clears his throat, that you would tell us, he pitches his voice lower, lies. You're a little insulted. After all, it's not as if you make a habit of telling strangers of the past. I mean no insult, he adds placatingly. We only have true stories here in Varkas and no inventions. No made-up tales. Well, 53% chance of success. I'll try it. Did I succeed? I failed. Perhaps the wine is muddling your tongue, or maybe the fungus smell is too distracting. You can't seem to weave the threads of your story together into a whole. Your hero, a dashing Z-captain, turns unexpectedly into a drowning, and so you pack him off to the tomb colonists, much to everyone's confusion. Return to the city center. I'm at 3. No more than 4, so one of these. The Temple of Mihir. The sound of the bells grows louder and more reverberant as you approach. Let's see. The temple tower pierces through the city's heart, taller than the other 4 towers which stand at each of the cardinal points. Around the temple sprawls a sacred district. Vine-covered stone shrines, still ponds glowing with algae and fish-finned carp, priests in white, their wrists heavy with metal chains. There are no mirrors in the Temple of Mihir. The rest of the city has to make do with mirrored light and reflection, but Mihir's most sacred place is filled with hundreds of lamps and lit candles of hard-packed phosphorescent fungus. No, I'm not gonna... Okay, so quite a few of this is locked. Every surface of the temple is carved and worked. If you peer closer, the bas-reliefs depict Varkus's fall into the Neath. Let's do it. In the first panel, Mihir is depicted as the sun, beaming rays of thinly hammered gold onto a surface city, both peaceful and prosperous. The 5 towers are carved with loving detail, barely recognizable without the wreaths of fungal flowers and curling vines. In the next panel, Mihir blinks, and the city turns to shards of onyx and jet, slowly crumbling away. Mihir then becomes a broad-shouldered, sorrow-faced man, stalking the false-starred blackness of the Neath in search of his lost city. His eyes are picked out in orange-red carnelian and seem lit with inner fire. Varkus, as it is now, is conspicuously absent from the carvings, as if the stone carvers could not bear to chip its fallen outlines. The 4th tower bell has fallen. Okay, welcome. The guard at the mirror gate smiles. Clearly she remembers you. Walk in the light of Mihir. Time to venture further into the outer district. The mirrored city gleams invitingly. So. I have one more. Let us try entertainment. The arguing priests are having a wine-drenched debate at one of the tables in the back. Do you care to listen in? No, the initiate shakes her fist at the irate novice. You cannot undermine a heard text with mantras from a remember one. Apparently the difference is this. Heard texts were cosmic truths whispered by Mihir himself to the ancient sages. Remember texts do not claim such illustrious origins and are merely passed down wisdom. Oh, the difference might seem trivial to you, but apparently this is a subject of heated theological debate. A few of the other patrons look on indulgently and offer bits of scripture or shouted exhortation. 5th tower bell has run, I've gained fragments, and I've succeeded in a page challenge. It is locked. There is more of Arches to explore. The inn. Each Thomas is assigned a room. The light is endless and merciless. Will you sleep? Let's see. All visitors to Varkus are given one night's accommodation in the Sins Only Inn. It is a handsome stone mansion arranged around a pleasantly cool courtyard. Frescoes of city life are painted on the walls. Given how few visitors Varkus hosts, you suspect the inn is more usually used by philandering locals. Evening falls. Or does it? The town's 5 principal mirrors are mounted on coiled spring mechanisms and alter their angles subtly to create the impression of evening. Across the city, the firekeepers throw pinches of colored powder into the lamps, and the quality of light yellows to a softer brightness. Oh. The wine-mazed lamplighter. He is dressed in saffron robes and is indeed pouring wine down the throat of a very attractive, dark-eyed boy. You could tell him his sister is looking for him. He starts up in horror, spilling burgundy red wine everywhere. His young companion looks irritated. I'm late, he shouts. Mihir, forgive me. The Agnahaltri is going to skin me alive. He pumps your hand in gratitude. Thank you, Thomas. I won't forget this. Here, take my arc jewels. You now have 3 outlandish artifacts and 2 tardy lamplighter. The kitchens. The smells of cooking mingle with the fungus rot, but you aren't going to let that put you off your food. Low-risk challenge. The inn's cook makes thick spiced stews of fungus flowers and lotus root, eaten with chunks of boiled cassava and rice imported from inland. But it is the light, hungry fruit grown in the city which makes your mouth water. Tart-scented oranges and bruised yellow bananas, pineapples bursting with juice, tender coconuts with the silky white flesh scooped out, and sap sweet on the tongue. Do you not eat meat, you ask in wonderment, and the inn's cook calls to Mihir for strength. It is forbidden to eat the flesh of living creatures, he says. Lucky the Varakasi don't fancy the seafaring life. Succeed in a heart's challenge, and at night there is no darkness in Varkus. It's time to sleep. The bed is low and wide and draped with cotton sheets stamped with vegetable dye patterns in muted greens and blues. You fall into sleep easily despite your bright light, but your dreams are full of whispering, glittering smokes. Mirror vapors that coil into reflection, warping shapes. You see your limbs bend, your skin slough, your eyes twist. You wake with your heart pounding. Your nostrils are full of the fungal rot smell of Varkus. Your body is as it always was, but somehow that is not comforting as it should be. I've gained terror, yay. Time to go. Dawn in Varkus. Outsider time in Varkus is strictly rationed. Each morning at dawn, the guard visits the inn to eject any Thomas they find. They are polite, but very definite. Into the dark. Return, the guard tells you, but not yet. With that, they usher you into the darkness beyond the walls. You blink mirror dazzles from your eyes. It is cold out here. That's all for now. Any shops? No shops. I cannot return. Not yet. Turbulent times. We dare not admit too many outsiders at once. Wait your turn. Return soon. Okay. Well, that was awesome. I like this. I want to come back here. But you know, I've got a child waiting for me back home. So I kind of need to make my way back. Oh, according to my timer, this time for the video is up. Alright, you guys prepared for another jump cut? I'm going to make another jump cut because I want to see what happens with the child thing in London in this video. So I will be back in 3, 2, 1. And we are back. I took a slight detour to Polythreme, picked up some Clayman. Kinda need to make a little bit of money out here. But as a result, I think having more, I wonder if Fail Better Games changed how quickly you go through rations, because I don't remember going through supplies this quickly. Fuel, yeah. Supplies, no, not so much. Okay, here we go. Breath of relief. Okay, collect. First of all, let's collect messages from the Harbor Master. The Blind Bruiser would like a word. I've got a free evening. Something has changed in the needs. Someone is. Where do you want me to go? Khan's Heart in the Salt Steppes. Ooh, that's a new destination. Okay. A new arrival. You, your sweetheart, and your child. What will your child call you? Nothing at all. You don't want to raise a child. You can't afford to. Turn away. Let your sweetheart raise the brat if they can. Oh, man. You can't raise your child in a room above a pub? Well, people do, but your sweetheart expects better. Oh, no. Oh. Well. Well, okay, kid, I'm gonna try. I have accepted the fact that I am the father of my sweetheart's foundling, and I would do so, but first, the alarming scholar. How many outlandish artifacts do I have? 3? Okay. 100 echo, yes. Another 100 echo, yes. Another 100 echo. Yes. That is exactly what I want. I got a little, yeah, excited there. Deliver Clayman, yes. 120 echo, yes. Okay. I don't need to hire on crew. I know someone wants to. Visit the Admiralty's office, yes. Godfall. Pirate monks, 30 echo for that. 50 echo for Polythreme. Someone wants to sign on. Just a Zailor. Okay, perhaps not. Okay, so I'm gonna call that episode here. I have a child, and I need to improve my lodgings. That is my next step. Improving my lodgings so that I can do the thing with the kid and be a good dad. But I cannot spend this 1,000 echoes that I have because I don't want to see what happens when the Blind Bruiser doesn't like the fact that I didn't come home with the package. So I'm going to go for now. Please check out the rest of everything that we're doing on the California Kings channel. We're playing lots of games. We're having fun. We're going to get some Borderlands updates here soon. We're going to get all kinds of things. I have a game on the horizon that I will be playing in addition to Sunless Sea. Keep a watch out for it. December 9th is the release date, and if you know anything about me and my predilection towards adventurous games, you probably have a good idea of what it is. For those of you who aren't able to guess, I'm not going to spoil it. But anyways, in the meanwhile, thank you again so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you next time. Thank you.